just hanging it out there. And there you go, is that spin from Checo, almost identical to the spin we saw out of Russell in qualifying, same corner, first lap on intermediate tires. He's not quite in them yet. So easy to do. And Lando really closing that gap down now.
I want to see a replay of
I'm back.
Turn 3 on that opening lap. That was champions class to go around the outside there and find grip where others could not. Verstappen has made another place. He's up to 8th position.
Iya, aku lagi nonton F1. Aku tadi pakai salah wifi, guys. My bad.
Does stay wet, keeps sprinkling, and makes it a little more of a fair fight for him.
Udah balik loh ini, aku udah balik loh.
Having plenty of fights out on the racetrack. A reminder, rain shower can completely change things entirely. Russell looking for his second victory around this circuit. Lando Norris looking for a second victory after claiming the sprint yesterday. He finds himself heading to the center races. These two climb the motor racing ladder together for a brilliant battle in Formula 2.
Ya masih P8. Leclerc is P5. Apa ini?
For British teams in Formula 1 in 2019, Williams moved from George Russell moved from Williams to Mercedes. Lando Norris has always been at McLaren, despite the fact that time and time again, Red Bull tried to sign him. He waited for that car to come good. It has done. He's a Grand Prix winner now. He's trying to chase down Red Bull. You can see the drivers moving off the racing line there, Hinch. The rain is falling, but what are they worried about when they do that?
Temperature. They're worried about tire temperature. It's
David
not hard enough around the entire circuit. And if you start pushing too hard on these intermediate tires on dry-ish parts of the racetrack, you can really start to overheat. Chew away the rubber on that tire. So down the straightaway, they're going offline onto where it's a little bit wetter, just trying to get some more water onto the tire, trying to cool it down a little bit, ultimately trying to make it last longer. We're only 8 laps into a 70-lap race.
Norris with me. Mangia. Carlos posisi berapa? It's like at 15. Enggak, aku lagi nggak mode soft spot, kan aku lagi mode netral. Ketemu di VC ya, oke. Thank you Kak Radit. Udah marah-marah gimana? Udah malam, nggak boleh marah-marah. Nanti tua, nanti cepat tua. Mana sih ada Kuromi? Di dada ini adalah sebentuk cinta. So cute. It's like I ketempelan. Like it's sleeping on my arm. Gemes deh. Aku mau pakai ini kemana-mana tapi aku mau. Kayak bocil banget, tapi lucu banget. Aku tadinya mau tempel di sini, tapi susah karena susah kalau coba ya.
We've heard a lot of that from the Mercedes drivers this weekend. The repave not necessarily doing everything it normally does in terms of eliminating the bumps on a racetrack. And man, Max Verstappen just pounding Piastri. He's all over those apex curbs. I'm blown away at how much curb a lot of these drivers are able to take on the apex. Normally in wet conditions, the painted curbs are quite a bit more slippery, and you see they're giving a little bit of leeway.
Here we go with Max Verstappen.
I'm too muscular for this Kuromi. Tuh kayak nggak menjepit tangan aku dengan baik. Michi terlalu kekar untuk ini. Lucu banget.
Looking at the major points, he's up 10 places in the Grand Prix.
Seperti itu, Kak. Tapi lucuan gini. Ih, kayak tempel. Lucu deh.
And this guy, Verstappen, just launching it up the inside. It's just, again, like I said, so much confidence on the brakes right now in these conditions.
Ya, ini.
I don't think Piastri.
Lucu banget.
Let's have a look at Oliver Behrman. He got a penalty, 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. This is the moment where he did so. This is Behrman. He finds himself in 16th.
Dia jadi komentator aja.
Sent him round. We have a 10-second penalty for the collision with Colapinto.
Right. He didn't even lose any time.
Kayak sama-sama putih
Pointing
gitu
out that
loh.
he punished himself by hitting the back of the sole remaining
Apa ini
Williams
yang
in the
terjadi?
Grand Prix. How about this from Max Verstappen on a McLaren? Laid on the brakes.
Ooh.
I mean, he was even in line with
Good,
Piastri.
good,
I don't
good.
think he was even expecting to make that move. He just hit
Good,
the brakes
good,
when he normally does, but was able to adjust the line.
Dia
Get up
kayak
the
pet
inside
gitu ya
there
kan.
of the
Kayak so
McLaren and easily pulled off. That just shows the pace
good,
he's
good,
got
good,
right
good,
now.
good,
Max
Verstappen, good,
now
good.
chasing down
Apa I
Vettel.
like
That's the next
Oscar
target. I don't think we'll see
Piastri.
much of a
I
fight
kinda like
here
him.
from the V car.
This is
ketempelan
extraordinary
dia
pace
kan.
from Verstappen. This is the sort of drive
Agak
that we
sakit
talk
sih,
about
karena kayak
time
I'm
and
too
time
quick
again.
for
But
this.
it's early stages. You've got to put all the stints together. The Red Bull is fighting. We haven't seen that. We saw a sprint victory for him
Bilang
in
aja
Austin,
suka
but in the
semuanya.
Grand Prix format,
Emang
the big
kenapa
prize,
kalau
the
suka
25 points for
semuanya?
winning it. Max Verstappen
Iya
hasn't
kan?
won
Iya
since
kan,
the Spanish
Kak?
Grand Prix, and there won't be a contest there.
No, he's
That's the
cute.
junior team, not
Oke,
fighting the
udah
senior
cukup,
team.
kita sudah cukup ya
Position
overlap
gain.
dengan Kak
Lawson
Grisel
knows
kemarin di live
who he
kita.
wants to
Di live
join
ini
next
kita
year, and he
tidak akan
doesn't fight it.
yang aneh. Nah, aku udah kepikiran Hear Me Out lagi, tapi ntar deh nanti.
Same defense
Ntar deh.
against Max as we saw against Checo, but again, the gap is not
Freaky
growing.
banget
He's
sih.
only about 11 seconds behind the
Let's
leader right
stop.
now,
Hear
behind
Me Out
Russell.
Kuromi.
He's doing an
Kuromi is
incredible
cute.
job. This is a Hamilton-esque Hamilton 2021
How was
drive
RKJ?
up through the field.
RKJ was so fun today guys. Terima kasih ya. Terima kasih ya. Show pertama aku sebagai member inti.
Yeah, right now we've got a
Seru
yellow
sekali.
flag in the
Ini
third
coveran
sector
Michi.
of the racetrack, and Lewis Hamilton
Tadi
is off the
STS
road.
Celia.
When he has been
Terima kasih,
driving a
Celia.
Mercedes this weekend, he has been
Happy
having a
birthday, Celia.
torrid time. Franco Colapinto trying to take advantage, barely hanging on to 12th position. Hamilton finding himself again struggling with the bouncing,
Kak
with the
Freddy.
ride in between
Kok kamu bisa
qualifying
dipelukan
and the
gitu?
race.
I
He
know,
was
right?
out in Senna's McLaren from
Aku tidak akan
1990,
ikut
and
pembatalan
now
itu
the
sih,
crowd are
tapi kayak
cheering
aku
for
sangat bangga bisa
Colapinto
dipelukan.
because he's going to pinch his way as he gets to turn 3, and the Argentine supporters in the grandstand.
Sepertinya saya tidak jadi besok, Mami.
And he's never finished lower since he joined Formula One.
Just incredible stuff, capitalizing on that mistake from Lewis Hamilton. Lewis is maybe going to try to hang around the outside as we see some side-by-side action there.
Bottas and Behrman trying to sort it out, and the
Bahas
Haas gets ahead.
race-nya
So
juga,
Bottas
Cek.
wins one position, make
Aduh.
that 2 because Sergio Perez recovering from that
Mari
spin
kita full
earlier
screen.
on. As
Tapi
he
jadi
climbs
gelap
to
lightingnya.
16th.
Dari kita
Yuki Tsunoda is
small screen
keeping
aja.
the V-Car team in
Biar
third
terang
place.
lampunya.
Esteban Ocon is not letting him breathe at all, though. 7/10 of a second between
I don't know what's
third
happening,
and
guys.
fourth.
I'm also
Charles
not
Leclerc
paying
in a
attention.
car that has won 3 Grand Prix in his command this year. Cannot
Iya
get
kan?
past
Tapi kok,
either
gak
of
tau
them.
lah. Aku kalau punya satu lagi, aku kayaknya nggak bisa give much attention gitu. Karena aku cuma punya satu Kuromi ini, jadi kayak I can give my Kuromi so much attention. Tapi if I have two, like jadinya kayak nggak tahu mau sayang yang mana.
Just stop rotating through the grass. You gotta be so careful
Kasian
when it's wet
bonekanya
on the grass like
ketempelan
that.
kan.
Any
Enggak loh, she's so
step too
happy.
much on the
Guys, is
throttle
Kuromi a
can
she or a
spin
he?
you around, even worse than on the racetrack.
She kan?
See
She
the
kan
battle
Kuromi.
now for 5th position. Cannot believe we are talking
He?
about Max Verstappen battling
Let's
for
search it up.
13 laps into this
Is
race, having
Kuromi.
qualified
Terima
time
kasih Kak
17th.
Radit.
So he started
A
15th of
male
those
or
lined
female?
up. He lined up in the 17th grid spot on the box. Albon didn't
She's
take
a
the start.
female
Stroll
rabbit.
spun off on the formation lap. We then had a rogue second formation
Female
lap, which we
rabbit.
should not have had. And still,
Tapi
no
then again, we cannot just.
word
Tapi ini
from
kata
race
ininya,
control.
kata
Scrap that.
company-nya.
Instant word from race control.
Berarti benar.
Guys will be investigated
It's a
after the
she.
race. Russell, Sonoda, and Lawson will
He.
be investigated after the race. And
Kuromi
sometimes-
is a cartoon character created in 2005 by a Japanese entertainment company. She is a female rabbit.
To see the procedure not followed in that way. Now expect this rain till lap 30.
Yeah, you know what? We shouldn't guess its gender. It's they, them. It pronounce-nya dia adalah they, them. Yuki berapa? 3, P3. How they even get there? I'm so happy for him.
Consistently trending in one direction. Such a challenge right now for everybody trying to figure this out. You see that?
Verstappen is saying hi to Leclerc. Oh my god, why is he there? Go down, Verstappen, go down, Verstappen, go down. Ah,
Focus looking into this
I didn't realize that.
situation. They've got 18 cars on the racetrack doing battle. They got to
Jadi
keep it.
Piastri atau Leclerc? Leclerc is number 1, number 2 is Carlos Sainz. Guys, actually, Carlos Sainz is Oshi wrecking me. I think my favorite now is Sainz.
On board with the driver who's running in 16th position.
Just a
Tadi
little
nasi
bit
gorengnya
long,
enak
a
kok
bit
hijau.
wide, really
Nasi
there.
goreng cabai hijau makanya hijau.
That
Yuki
was
bisa set
close.
itu gara-gara
Great heads
chaos.
up, avoiding action
Aku
there
nggak
for
nonton
Checo.
quali.
He did incredibly well to
Ini
back
ada
out
live
of that.
replay atau
Running
this
through
is live?
turn number 5, and wasn't a lot of room there, and it is very wet off the racing line as well. So brave to try it.
Oliver, I know, right? Is he gonna actually join Ferrari? That's so crazy.
This is the battle for third place in the Grand Prix. Yuki Tsunoda up against Esteban Ocon. This would be Yuki Tsunoda's best ever result in Formula One.
Wait,
Esteban Ocon is looking
guys,
good
emang Yuki belum pernah
just loves this
podium.
circuit in the rain. And then Charles Leclerc will not
Udah pernah
believe
belum sih?
it's Max Verstappen in his mirrors, but it is, and he is looking every inch. The 3-time world champion,
Yuki
chasing his
Tsunoda.
4th title this year, and
Podium.
chasing one of those drives that we talk about long into the future. He's made up a huge
Oh,
amount of
dia
time,
belum pernah
and he
podium.
is
Oh, okay,
10
imagine if
seconds away
this is his
from
first
racing
podium.
the
Hopefully he
10.1
gets
seconds
podium.
away. Lando Norris
Your hat is giving.
10.1
It's cute.
seconds away
Okay,
from
what are you
racing
gonna?
George Russell.
It's so cute.
Yeah, this is
I like it.
Verstappen
It's so
2023. You know, you could put him anywhere on the grid
It's
and he would just
beginning
carve his
to
way
look
through
a
it.
lot
That's not
like
been the case in
Christmas.
2024.
Aku udah tuh
So
nyanyi
it's
itu,
about
so aku dimarahin
further
Celo
way into the
karena
season.
katanya
So
selamat.
again, just an absolutely stomping drive so
It's
far from
beginning
Max,
to
but
look a
as you say,
lot
Jake's a
like
long way to go.
Christmas.
Norris just
I love
tracking
Christmas.
the
I don't
Mercedes,
even.
not letting him get
I
ahead.
don't
It's
know.
been
There's
about
not really
between
Christmas.
8/10 and
Terima kasih Kak
1.2
David
seconds for pretty much
King.
the entire Grand Prix so far.
Max is going up.
It's a strategy.
No,
It's a
please
massive
no.
indicator of how this one's gonna play out.
Please,
This is where
no.
everyone on pit wall has got to do their part to try to figure out how to get the McLaren around the
Cepetan
Mercedes.
please Leclerc, salib please, salib.
At this section, we are still seeing the sparks though. And running on board the left-hand side of your picture with the second Mercedes in the race, Lewis Hamilton trying to retake that position away from Franco
Where's Hamilton?
Colapinto. Hamilton is a
Di
3-time
bawah.
winner around this
Tapi
circuit.
lebih bawah Sainz, so like I have nothing to
16
say
years
about that.
since he won his first
Come on,
World
Carlos.
Championship
Go up please.
at this
Come on.
circuit in incredible fashion back in 2008. And the chase continues. Two of the
Oh my God, Leclerc is jauh banget ya dia sama P4.
It's Russell with a 1.1
Oh, no.
second lead over Lando Norris.
I don't want to watch. This is
He's under
stressful.
serious pressure from Charles Leclerc now. Charles Leclerc is all over the back. At least he was. He couldn't find his way through. Now Max Verstappen.
Udah lap
is trying to
berapa?
get
Masih
past.
lap 16, so like
Continues a
selamat.
sensational recovery drive. 17th on the grid.
Tebak tinggi Yuki Tsunoda. I don't know, like 160, like as tall as me.
So slow at the straight.
How tall is he?
It was a conscious choice for McLaren to bolt on the high downforce rear wing. Of course, it gives you the maximum grip possible in these
It's
wet conditions, but it does
beginning to
cost you straight line speed.
Christmas. See? He is as tall as
But
me.
that could come back into his favor.
I
depending
can be
on
an
the
F1
conditions. If
driver.
it gets a lot wetter, if it starts to get even drier initially, the first few laps on that crossover, it could be a benefit to have that extra grip. Could be very helpful on out laps. So it is a bit of a give and take, but that's the nature of setting
Sure
up
you
race
can.
cars.
Of course
You
I
can't
can.
just
A
go for
very good
max
driver. I
straight
drift
line
very
speed
well.
and max grip in the corners. You've got to find that compromise. And with the conditions, you would naturally tend to add a little bit more downforce to the situation.
Itu hujan ya guys? Kok aku baru sadar sih di situ
Thinking of how
hujan?
they can do it either on tire life or on pit strategy to get around Russell.
Is it raining there?
Verstappen dropping back from the race leaders now, as has
Yeah, I saw
Lando
your go-kart
Norris
video.
last
Ya
time
kan?
around.
I have
George Russell did
potential. I have
1.23.9.
potential.
Lando Norris
Ngelek. Ngelek. Guys, ngelek. Guys, ngelek.
that very, very effective McLaren wing, but it's a high downforce option, and he can't overtake either. We're on board with the driver second in the race, second in the Drivers' World Championship.
Yeah, you can see that on board there. Like I was speaking before, the curves of the A10 curve experience, but they're giving themselves a safe distance to the exit curves. So many times drivers have been caught out on those slippery curbs, on acceleration in these wet
I think
conditions.
Norris might win actually.
Just no traction. And look, yeah, they're given plenty of space.
Oh my god guys, kalian tahu gak sih yang suka George Russell, tapi dia masih kecil, terus dia kayak di TikTok gitu, tapi dia kayak bocil, terus kayak George Russell. Kalian tahu gak itu?
It's getting slippery with these worn tires in the wet here.
That's exactly what I was driving at. Things from pole position.
Tahu Mini George? Iya, I think namanya Mini George. Lucu, aku suka banget.
Went away from the intermediate tires. Russell found himself under serious pressure, and it appears to be that way again. In
Lucu
this
kayak you.
phase of the
Emang,
race, Russell's superb driving comes under attack, and Norris is able to stay with him. He's 0.8 of a second away as they pin it flat to the floor all the way to turn number 1.
You saw that difference on the tire life graphic
Lagi
earlier.
pick
Some drivers
McLaren.
opting to
Oh
stay
iya.
on a brand new set of intermediates, some
gak terima.
on a used set, potentially from qualifying, maybe even just a scuff set. But this is gonna play potentially into it later. You get
Emang
5
iya
sets
kalau
of
George crash
the
atau finish
intermediates
dia
on the race
nangis
weekend.
beneran?
Some of
Demi
those
apa sih aku
contributions
nggak pernah
will
lihat dia nangis karena George.
but still a healthy number for
Oh
all the
my
drivers going
god,
into the
that
Grand
is
Prix.
so
I want
close.
to show you how much Russell is struggling in this phase of the race. The gap to Max Verstappen before was 12 seconds. It's come down to 11.2.
my
Verstappen
God.
is catching the race leaders. If he had clear air,
Besok Hamilton masuk Ferrari udah tau. I know, I like Lewis, tapi kayak I also love Carlos. Jadi kayak sedih banget.
Oh, that's a chop.
Cuma I don't hate Lewis, like I don't have any personal feelings towards him. Tapi kayak I'm sad, I terbalik. Karena I love Carlos and Charles. Bye-bye Carlos, I know right? Tapi there's a rumor that Carlos might be going into. Pokoknya kemarin tadi pagi aku baru baca lagi, katanya ada rumor lagi.
Again with the lockup, say goodbye to Colapinto, and it gave the opportunity to Carlos Sainz, and that is why Hamilton was trying to defend against the Haas, but Behrman able to get through.
I mean, he's just had so many drivers have, to be fair, in turn 12
Carlos
in the
will
wet
always be my
conditions,
personal
but no
favorite.
one as
I know,
often
right?
as
He's
Lewis
so
Hamilton, and that was a big
Maksudnya-
shot there from Lewis. But all
Enggak,
of it
maksudnya kayak
did it
kalau
on the
kalian lihat
brakes
like
there.
every time he wins, he always wants to put Charles around him juga kan. Tapi sebenarnya I gak tahu kalau Charles itu sebenarnya di evil edit atau enggak. Tapi kayak kalau Charles yang wins, it's not like the same energy.
Yes, there was contact, but Franco kept going. All he spun.
Ya, Kuromnya nggak di atas lengan lagi. Sakit, my muscle. I'm back. Ice Bear, enggak panda, tapi panda is cute. Tapi Ice Bear, Ice Bear. Hear me out, Ice Bear. Ice Bear. I love Ice Bear.
2 stories of the race so far, maybe 3. George Russell got the lead early on. Lando Norris able to stay in the wheel tracks. Max Verstappen slicing through the field for fun, minimising the damage of his worst qualifying start of the year. Looked like the rain was really coming down. They were talking
Udah
about
balik
waiting for
guys,
this
yang
rain
putih ya, iya Ice Bear.
through the intermediate tyre, going through the rubber, but then it becomes what you heard on the radio as a slick to media. It's a worn
Tony
tyre,
masih
gives you more
P5,
contact patch.
please
Where that
overtake.
begins, essentially, but if it begins to rain, you really are then having to show all of your talent. And looking out the commentary box window, it does seem that the
Demi
rain
apa
is
sih?
getting heavier
Dari
on the main
Norris ke
straight.
Yuki jauh ya?
That was the message to Lando, wasn't it? Was we've got to make
8
it
seconds.
to the rain. Then we can come in, make an educated
Jauh.
decision on which tires to put on. And this again, this is what makes these days so difficult. You just don't know exactly when it's going to come.
Konsep
You're
apa?
trying to just make these intermediates last as long as possible to open up the strategy options. But sometimes that's easier said than done. A big wiggle now from
Kalian
Leclerc.
ngomongin apa
Verstappen
dah?
closing in.
We've revised the length
Aku
of the
nggak
race.
paham,
Remember,
aku
we
nggak
had
connect.
2 formation laps, 1 intentional, 1 a bit rogue and under investigation. We go
Emang
back to
sekarang
69
masih
laps.
nge-lag?
That's been revised because the cars can't refuel, but the cars can attack, especially when they're being driven.
No.
Max Verstappen, who is putting together a champion's drive, but this time he's on the outside and Charles Leclerc will defend for all he's worth.
Oh, nggak jadi.
Verstappen knows there's a long way to go in this race, even if you take a lap off the
Oh my
pace.
god.
Brilliant display there from Leclerc.
Oh my
Committed on
god.
the brakes. We know how good Max is into turn one. And he was able to
Oh my
just
god.
stay ahead, but also, man, it was brave for Max to just hang
Oh
around
my
the
god.
outside, forcing Charles to break that late. It would have been so easy for him to just walk up, drive Max right off the
Hampir,
racetrack, cost them both a
Oh,
lot of
seru
time.
banget, tunggu
Boy,
guys.
he's close now.
Is he going to send it into Fedadura?
Oh, jadi.
Been the stuff of legend, and he has to
Please.
stay in the realm of the logical there. We would have been
Sumpah kalau di
talking about
overtake,
that
sumpah.
forever. He's got the run on Leclerc.
He was squeezing me onto the wide line, not leaving a car foot.
Belum, gak kesalip.
We're nearly standing back in the
Please, no,
controls.
please.
He was going to send a lot.
Still wrong so far today. He's kept Esteban Ocon behind him. He's kept a Ferrari and a Red Bull behind him as well.
Udah balik
Yuki
guys,
doing a
maaf yang
phenomenal
nge-lag.
job in these difficult conditions.
It's a Sao Paulo Grand Prix, the 21st of 24 for the World Championship of Constructors and Drivers in for Alpine in Monaco last year. It was a terrific performance there. It was also an intermediate day.
Charles like
Something about these
Lucu lagi.
And the
Maaf yang
one-time
nge-lag.
Grand Prix winner, a man who had a great qualifying earlier on, which gave him the opportunity to fight for these positions. Charles
Oh my
Leclerc
God,
deep
please.
into the first turn, recovers for the
Kaget
second.
tau,
We're
guys,
also
tadi.
monitoring the progress of Oscar Piastri, who is now beginning to make inroads up against Liam Lawson, and there is 8.5 tenths of a second for the lead of the Grand Prix. This is turn 4 on the racetrack. Unexpectedly, Yuki Tsunoda running in third position. He has never scored a podium in Formula One. Tsunoda in his fourth season.
Tapi Yuki
in the
dari
sport.
sama Norris jauh banget.
Japanese driver
11
finding
seconds.
himself being compared to Liam Lawson in recent times. Focusing on Lando Norris top left of your picture today for Tsunoda. This is his 84th start in
Jauh
Formula One.
banget.
He's chasing his first podium.
Tapi siapa tahu dia podium.
And especially
Semoga dia
Max
podium.
Verstappen going to
Aku
have something
dukung
to say
Yuki
about
podium.
that. A reminder, our top two,
Norris
and
win.
Tsunoda
No.
and Lawson
No, no,
all
no,
will
no.
be investigated
No.
after
No
the race.
McLaren wins.
Starting procedure infringement. I was going to say restart, but it wasn't a restart.
No.
It was a formation.
Thank you
that
Kapang
never
Kak
happened.
and
They were
Michi.
never told to go on to a
Gak usah
second
tegang-tegang.
formation lap.
Udah gak
Rain
tegang
is
sih.
really hammering
Tadi
down.
tegang banget sih
This
tadi.
now is where it gets tricky.
Tadi
Does
pas
Charles Leclerc come into the pits?
Leclerc
Does he
sama
take on new
Verstappen.
tyres? He does.
Aduh.
The Ferrari pits. He is no longer part of this
No
battle.
way.
Up to 5th place goes Max Verstappen as the rain gets heavier in the final corners of the racetrack.
Why?
Good strategy from Ferrari. They had to get out of that terrain. They weren't
Why is he
making moves.
pitting?
That rain is starting to come in heavier now. But
Oh
those
my
fresh
God.
tires on, navigating wetter conditions on those
capek.
worn intermediates. 25 hard laps already run
So
on those.
bad.
Becomes
This
very
is such a
tricky.
bad
Every
move.
Team up and down pit lane will be
Oh,
keeping
this
very
is so
close eye
bad.
on the kind of lap times Leclerc can start
Oh my
pumping
God,
out here.
Verstappen is gonna
Low
win.
124s have been the leader's pace.
Fox to overtake at some point now. We could consider it. We'll think about it.
Tahu dah.
McLaren trying to extend the stint as much as possible. Behrman and Hamilton got past Leclerc on pit exit. Not ideal for the outlap for the Monegasque driver who's racing up against Yuki Tsunoda. Esteban
Wait,
Ocon
what
trying
tires
to
are
keep
they
Max
using?
Verstappen behind. Lando Norris coming alive in these conditions again. Slightly more rainfall in this part of the circuit. Before today,
Thank you,
Russell
Kak
Verstappen
Bagas.
led in a race this year where 20 in Canada when he went on to finish in third.
Enggak
He's been in the
pundung.
lead of this one since
Enggak pundung kok.
I think Fox
Tahu dah. Gak asik nontonnya.
is starting to rain a lot. If you don't want me to box, I'll stay out.
Bawa banget.
This tire's going to be okay.
30 now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is exactly why you have to have that conversation.
Dah,
between
pokoknya
the
sekarang aku
driver
lagi
and
dukung Yuki.
pit wall.
Please
Lando
podium.
wants to box. It's starting to rain. The tires are worn. What the team knows that Lando doesn't
poni jelek
is if
banget.
he were to pit now, where he would come out on the racetrack would be in
Tinggal
traffic,
kata
and
ya.
that is just going to hinder your ability to try to pull the undercut on George Russell. As we see a yellow flag in turn one, is that Yuki?
No, that's Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson off the road.
Gak tahu, aku nggak tahu kalau dia masih kalau Leclerc gak mau ganti ban buat 40 lap ke depan. I don't know what is he doing. I don't know.
The rain is hammering down now. Charles Leclerc went to the new tires early on. He's trying to fire them up, but he is behind Behrman and Hamilton. That's restricting his pace. Is the sentence I'm trying to get into the microphone here.
Yeah, please,
As Lando
Yuki,
Norris
kejar
is trying to
Norris.
fight the car, and the team.
Please, tingin kayan.
These tyres are worn. They don't have the depth of groove that Charles Leclerc has taken on at the moment. And there's more water to evacuate from the racetrack.
Sumpah, I swear what if Verstappen wins? I don't want him to win. Tinggal Bagas, tonton apa bos? Tonton F1 bos.
See how much more rain there is when we're on that Norris onboard. The visibility is just deteriorating. Look at the slide coming off of turn 1, having to be so gentle, so ginger with your
Ya kan, sebenarnya Leclerc itu turun karena dia mau bersama cinggunya Carlos Sainz. Jadi mereka mau naik bareng-bareng.
Was the right tire to go on to. The intermediates are trying to cope with this. You do not want to give up track position now because of the threat of a stoppage because of the weather. You want to stay out for as long as
Will
possible.
I see you this month? I don't know. Will I see you this month? Will you see me this month?
But Russell is finding himself seriously under pressure.
Aduh, Yuki semakin jauh. Aku tidak paham lagi.
Leclerc pitted for a new tyre. He went into traffic and cannot clear it.
Oh my god. 12-13. Mang PC Michi juga dong, nanti Kak Ica marah loh. Tunggu kalian. Enggak, aku nggak lagi tantrum. Aku lagi santai. No, what happened?
The old circuit, and Hulkenberg, usually so reliable when the rain has gone off. Can the leaders make it through? It's getting right on the limit of what is possible here. The talent of these great drivers on full display. Hulkenberg can't move the car. The yellow flag is waving because of that Haas that is beached.
Kok gak soft spoken lagi? Belum jam-jam soft spoken. Thank you Kak Bagas.
Pointing in the right direction. The virtual safety car is out to neutralize the race.
And this is exactly what McLaren was hoping for. Such a great call to stay out. Had they pit under full green and Russell stayed out, he would have been able to take the pits under the virtual safety car and save about 10 seconds. So a great call to stay out. Great job.
Ini pintar sekali pitnya pas lagi ada safety
to hang on to it as those tires were deteriorating and the track conditions were getting worse.
So if you're in a terrible position compared to the normal pace of the car, like Piastri was, like Alonso was, you come in now to get the benefit of stopping under the virtual safety car. If you're out front and scoring major points, you are desperate to hang on to track position in case we get a full stoppage, and the weather really has changed here on lap 28 of 69. We reduced the lap count whilst Max Verstappen was battling Sergio Perez. Is he on the full wet?
Full wets for Checo. And that might be the right call. It has gotten so much heavier. The rain out of the commentary box, you can see it just
ya kan, itu santai.
I don't think it's even the worst.
Masih lama ini race-nya nih. Emosi.
So Hulkenberg wisely got to stay on the car, and now he's found some drive. So Control Alt Delete, and we go again.
That's all right. Well done.
We can reboot the cars as we saw from the aborted formation lap that never was.
Oh, the safety car is ending. Your ex-header is kind of cute. It's very cute.
He comes into the pits. They take on the new tires. I think they'll have
Like apa beres ya? Gak tau sih. I don't know.
Cleared, try and survive, and maybe race control throw a red flag to interrupt that, and they've given up track position. The top two felt the need to come into the
Charles
pits
is
and take
in.
on new tires, and Russell gets out ahead.
Kalau oh my god, kalau Charles Leclerc bisa overtake until 8 again, why can't Sainz do that?
Any further on the tires that they had, and now Ocon and Verstappen are desperate for a safety car or a red flag.
Thank you, Kak Bagas.
Brutal that safety car, the virtual safety car, ending right as they came into the pits, allowed everyone else to get back up to speed. But look at how much more water has fallen. I'm surprised that one of these two didn't go for the full wet. Look at it. You can't even see down the straight.
Surely this is on the verge of being undrivable. Can Lando Norris make the corner?
He's got 8 because they're pitting. Iya sih, true. Kapan nih Verstappen pit? I cannot believe he's in 2 already. Tinggal upon Jepang. Verstappen finish 1 nanti. Jangan please. Gak apa sih, yang penting Yuki harus podium. Tiga Ashraf. Tiga Yan. Ada live dari tadi ya? Iya udah dari tadi, udah setengah jam. Tiga Bagas. Tiga Yan.
And that is not a surprise to see.
Leclerc is done for.
Has a 10-second
No,
time
he
lead
is not yet
for
done
the
for.
collision
There's still
between
hope.
Liam Lawson,
There's still
who knows
hope. Dia
well
ngarep Yuki
spun
podium.
round.
Ya, saya berharap Yuki podium. Please Yuki podium. Yuki aja pon.
With full risk here, driving an inspired race, but he's barely full throttle on the main straight hinge.
And it's an Alpine 1-3 right
Supaya yang
now.
wet tire
Verstappen
cuman Yuki.
splitting the difference in second. He's got to be so careful. And this is where you are hoping for that stoppage. Like you said, the leaders
I don't know
really got
honestly.
hurt by the timing of the
Where's the
ending of that
Kuromi?
virtual safety
Where's the
car.
Kuromi?
You see that weather alert
Tiga
predicting
aja,
lighter
Bang.
rain in 3 minutes. Can you
Aku
hold
dukung yang
on
menang
to your
dah.
car in these conditions
Pintar.
for 3 more
Good job.
minutes until it starts? Look at the water on the racetrack. They've absolutely got to be
Tiga
contemplating
Aziz.
calling this one, which would be devastating for Russell
Oh
and
my
Norris.
god,
Russell and
Verstappen
Norris
is
did not feel they
P2.
could continue any further on the intermediate tyres. And look at the plumes of spray. Look at Lando Norris going through. It's barely raceable out there, but the British driver gets past his countryman.
Good job,
That is
Norris.
a crucial move to move up to fourth position, but they've given track position to Pierre Gasly, to Max Verstappen,
Come on,
and to
Yuki.
Esteban
Come on,
Ocon.
Yuki.
And they are cheering once
Catch
again
up,
out of
bro.
grandstand
Catch
because the
up,
car control
bro.
is too much, and the safety car is finally deployed to
Kalau di
neutralize
pegangan nggak
the
sakit.
race.
Nggak,
There
karena
will be
I'm
a
not that
benefit
muscular
for
here.
anyone who pits at this stage
Tiga
under
Bagas.
the reduced pace. Esteban
Agak stres
Ocon
ya.
leading a Grand
Udah.
Prix. He is a
Ugh.
Grand Prix winner. And
So
the only
tiring.
time he has led more than one lap of a race.
I'm so
That was
stressed.
back in Hungary 2021. An extraordinary moment for a driver 19th in the World Championship. He hasn't finished higher than 9th all year. He hasn't broken the top 8 all year, and he is the lead car behind the safety car in this
Yuki pakai wet tire. Iya, Yuki
Sao
pakai wet
Paulo
tire.
Grand Prix.
Semangat
Norris able to
Yuki
get by
biar
before the
menang.
safety car could yet be
Semangat
a
ya.
move of enormous consequence. I don't think he would have been even contemplating an overtake hinge. He was just trying to keep it pointing in the right
Oke.
direction.
I think he was trying to get
Oke,
out of
terus
the
kenapa
spray
kalau dia
from
8 second
George
gap?
Russell just by, being offset there down the straight.
Verstappen juga
So
8
was the
gap,
level of
8
spray
second
coming
gap.
off the car, the lack of visibility, and then all of a sudden he would have seen the rain light to his right and thought,
Tiga
"All right,
Yan.
let me just keep in it for a little bit longer, get around, get
Tuh, 5
by,
second, 5
and now
second.
you got a little bit more clean air."
All right.
Oh, karena Yuki sama Leclerc
Liam
lagi
Lawson picking his way through the
lagi
rain.
damping-dampingan,
Lewis
aku tetap
turning
dukung
in. Too wet
jagoanku.
for Liam Lawson.
Charles
Lewis Hamilton
number
trying
1.
to keep it going on that intermediate
Tiga
tyre.
Ashraf.
Wheel banging move into the
Udah
first
lap
turn. I can
keberapa?
tell you as well, Yuki Tsunoda is on the full wet tyre.
Tiga Ashraf udah lap ke
Tsunoda is,
31.
as you see, Lawson is. We saw Perez go to it. Joe and Hulkenberg on the
Setengah lagi guys.
Decreasing
Aduh capek nontonnya.
1 to 2 minutes.
Alpine hadn't completed a
Tiga
single
Aziz.
lap in the top 5 until today. They've got both cars in the top 5. It was always
number 1
going to be
Senin
that
penting ya
type
kan.
of race.
Tiga Bagas.
This has been
Jangan ya guys, kalian kalau
statistically one
mau
of
tidur
the
juga
worst
nggak apa-apa. Kalian
seasons
kalau
in
besok
history
berkegiatan dan
of
mau
the
tidur tidak
in-stone
apa-apa kok.
operation. They haven't put a car
Thank you, Kak Fayed.
inside the top 8 all year long in the Grand Prix format. It's been a really tough campaign. They were plumb last at the start of the year, and
Thank
yet
you Kak
in the rain
Ashraf.
of Brazil, they lead the race on that 31 of 69, and Colapinto has a 3.3 second stop. We are behind the safety car after George Russell took the lead from Lando Norris. Max Verstappen went maximum
Thank you,
attack
Papa,
and has
yeah.
carved his way from 17th on the grid to 2nd in the race. He has the bonus
Thank you,
point
Kak
of the fastest
Rahman.
lap as well. The highest runner on the wet tyre is
Thank you.
Yuki Tsunoda. We've seen Hulkenberg spin but then continue, and Norris, Russell, Tsunoda and Lawson are all under investigation for leaving the grid when perhaps they shouldn't have done on the formation lap that never was. Is that everything?
Anything else?
I think that's everything so
Max
far.
belum pit, ya kan?
Crucially, we saw
We just
Colapinto
we
pit,
just
and he
need
took
to
the intermediate. So that
wait
tells
for
me
him
that
to pit.
These
Ikaw ba,
teams
guys?
really do believe it's gonna get lighter.
Cuman
Those
dia yang belum
full wet tires,
ngepit.
they really
Lucu
struggle
buat
as it
Tony-nya
starts to dry.
kan.
The pace falls off tremendously. And so
Gemoy.
they must have a lot of confidence that this weather's going to get better, because you see how treacherous it is out there right now. You saw how easily Liam Lawson was able to pass Lewis Hamilton there, who was on the intermediates, Lawson on the full wets. But you got to remember, right now, Norris, Russell on this restart, they at least have fresh intermediates. Gasly, Verstappen, Ocon in front, they do not. So there is going to be a massive tire advantage on this
Tingnan
restart
kakayat.
if we do get a restart and don't go to a red
Max
flag
won't need
condition
no
for
pit.
conditions.
There's no way. There's still like 30 laps.
Sorry,
He needs a new tire.
It's all right, mate. It was a very, very early start. It's a very, very dramatic day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the words out in a coherent sentence. It's James Hinchcliffe. He started the Indy 500 from pole position. He's a 6-time winner in that championship, and he's guiding us through a day to remember. Big crash into the wall for Franco Colapinto. Another crash after qualifying. Saw both Williams
Red
hit
flag,
the wall.
free pit
That's
stop.
how treacherous it is
Betul.
behind the safety car.
Emang
And that
bakal-
will surely be
Wait,
upgrade to a full
what
red
happened?
flag. Colapinto
I'm
finds
reading the
balance.
comments now.
It is a red flag. The race is interrupted with Esteban Ocon, the leader. Max Verstappen up 15 places. Gasly in third, up 10. And Franco Colapinto is the second Williams out. That's the message I
What
wanted to
happened,
see.
guys?
He is okay, but his Sao Paulo Grand Prix weekend is done. And you have to feel for the Williams mechanics who worked so hard to get him into the race. Their day started at 4 a.m.
End of a triple header. Started at 4 a.m., ended late last night, already had to try to repair 2 cars,
my God.
abandoned 1. Alex Albon not even making the start because of the damage, and up through that incredibly fast final sector.
Kalau gitu tadi
through turns
ngepitnya
13,
sekarang aja ya.
As we talked about, flat out, no problem in the drive, don't even think about it. So slippery in these conditions. We saw him just put on those inters.
First like
Cold
at
tires
P14.
through that section, has lost control, and that is an expensive
Thank you, Kaba,
weekend
guys.
for Williams. Look at the damage to that car.
That's so damaged, guys. Kasihan sekali.
James Vowles was wincing earlier on,
Your
seeing
ass.
damage to Alex Albon's car and Franco
That probably
Colapinto.
cost like 5
Putting that
million.
lovely crash helmet tribute to Carlos Reutemann, the last Argentine driver to win in Formula One, being applauded by so many of his countrymen who have made their way to the circuit. This is the moment that took him out. A reminder, this was reduced pace behind the safety car, but that is how easy it is.
Nge-lag pas lagi crash. What? Why am I lagging so much? That's such a hard crash. Tapi kata it's behind the safety car. How? How did you do that?
Norris and Russell both felt they had to switch to new intermediate tyres. It's promoted the Alpine of Esteban Ocon to the lead, Max Verstappen to second, and Gasly to third. Norris and Russell holding fourth and fifth. Here is Lando.
I guess everyone can just change tires for free now. They can. No.
See, Norris is not happy about it.
The rules
Ugh,
in
he's
Formula
always
One under a red flag
I'm kidding.
condition, you can change
I'm kidding.
tires in pit lane.
I'm kidding,
No penalties. So
Lando
the cars that
defenders.
didn't
I'm
pit,
kidding,
your top
McLaren
three,
lovers.
Ocon, Verstappen, and Gasly, it is a free pit stop. They can put on whatever tires they want. And on
Udah,
this restart,
Mamyum.
it'll be even,
Udah.
actually a little bit of even of an advantage over Norris and Russell, where previously it was Norris and Russell
Emang
that
iya,
had the
emang
tire
Lily suka
advantage.
F1.
So
I didn't
again,
know.
this is a rule that's come up a lot. It's one that I think needs to be looked at. A lot of drivers and teams have said the same thing, because you're just unnecessarily
Kaya kalau red
penalizing
flag
teams
makin
and
lama
drivers for having
selesainya.
come into the pits on a normal program, but definitely rewarding the bravery of the Alpines
Thank you,
and
Kanayo.
Verstappen right now.
Esteban Ocon finding himself as the race leader. The interruption on lap 33 of 69, a race which has had drama from even before the lights. There's Jack Doohan, who will be replacing
Thank you,
Esteban
Nigel.
Ocon in the team from next season as Lando Norris walks past, and the deflation in Lando Norris's voice when he
Cika
said everyone can
bagas.
change tires. And I would love to know
Udah, aku
if
tadi
someone could
makan
ask this
nasi
question to
goreng.
Esteban afterwards, no
How
matter
to
where he
enjoy
finishes.
this
I would
F1
love to
thing.
know
First, you have to
if
be
this is
very
important
emotionally
to what
involved.
happened
Kalau
to
nggak
him
akan
in
seru.
Zandvoort
Ya kayak kalau kamu
last year,
mendukung
when Pierre
satu terus
Gasly
mati-matian
got
kamu
on the
mendukung itu
podium.
baru seru. Kalau
They
kamu
set
cuma kayak
Ocon
watch and like,
on full wet tires.
it'll not be fun. Tapi if like
It dropped him down
support
the order.
one
And
like
then as soon as you
a
get to the
team
necessity of a full wet
with your
tire,
whole
often
heart,
in a race, you get a
itu
red
bakal
flag.
seru banget.
And I
Tinggal
wonder
Nigel.
if that moment from Zandvoort
Kayaknya
last
tangan
year,
tikus.
which
Bukan
cost him
tikus Yami.
positions, has played a part in him staying out today because the reverse has happened. He's got the benefit of the red flag.
This is definitely something the teams think about. I was speaking to a Mercedes engineer on the grid, and he made the exact same point. By the time you have to switch to the full wet tire, it's usually pretty close to being red flagged. Now remember, that's not exactly what happened here. We didn't red flag for bad conditions. We red flagged for a massive accident. So I don't want to say a stroke of luck, obviously not a lucky situation, but for them, the weather is supposed to be actually lightening up. As we take a look here, Piastri.
Sama aja kayak ngedukung satu Oshi kan?
So yeah, this was the
Nggak
speed
tahu.
for Liam Lawson.
Aku nggak tahu.
As the
Jujur,
first
Lee
turn,
mungkin
if
iya.
continued,
Maybe.
This is the moment that we joined it trackside.
Not a
Piastri just
universal experience.
running out of patience to follow the New Zealander any longer. And then that put
Apa ini?
Lawson in the part of the racetrack that Lewis Hamilton was racing in. This is what it looked
Oh, lagi
like
replay.
from Oscar Piastri.
Anyway,
10-second penalty.
gara-gara red flag ini bakal delay banget jam tidurku.
Continues on his way. And then look at the
Jadi
difference on
emotionally
the
attached
onboard
ke
camera. A
siapa?
couple of laps later,
Ferrari bro,
Lawson trying to
I'm
recover
like
the place
emotionally
on the
attached
full
to
wet.
them. Alay banget ya.
Lawson barging his way through. And that was intermediate tyre against full wet. And as you said,
Recommend me for some
we didn't
F1
get a red
drivers
flag
this
for the
one.
conditions,
Yeah, I'm gonna
but
be
the conditions
honest.
often
I'm gonna
get
be
so
brutally honest ya.
that if you're in full
Yang
wet
wins a
territory,
lot is Verstappen.
it
Like we
often
all
leads
know
to an
he wins a lot.
accident,
Tapi
which
kayak
leads to a
it's
red flag.
boring
Yeah,
if
I
he
wonder
wins a
how
lot.
he'd have
Okay.
kept that in mind.
It's boring if he wins a lot.
To be
You
pretty
want
steep
someone to
race,
support
without
yang
having
kayak agak-agak
Grand
kayak
Prix
Ferrari.
so
Like
far,
you don't know if
all
they're
the
gonna win or
damage
not.
done
So
this
it's like
morning in
it
qualifying
really
is
affects
now
you.
undone. He'll have a free choice of tyres for the restart of the race, and he will have his nearest rival for the World Championship behind him.
Jadi kayak sometimes
Behind him and still
They're
under
really good, sometimes
investigation
they're really
post-race
bad.
for that start procedure infraction. Pierre Gasly
who is now with?
sitting in a podium position
Oh, the guy, the little boy, right? I know it. Yeah, I think we would be very good friends. The little dude, yeah. Hi, my name is Nawit. Do you have some time for me? Yes, I would like to ask you some questions. Yes. Ask me question. Ya kan, kayaknya aku bakal save frekuensi banget sama dia. Nawit, please interview me. Or I will interview Nawit. Maybe I should interview Nawit. Bakal hilang 3 minggu gak? Kenapa hilang 3 minggu kalau ketemu Nawit?
But again, the rain. It's a suboptimal financial situation to be in, but that's something these teams have to
Mama,
be so careful of and so considerate of
malas.
when doing their budgets for the year.
Hi,
You
I
might
know
be
it.
all
Do
the
you
way to the
speak
end, only a
English?
handful of races to go, but
Yes, I
disaster
speak
can strike
English.
multiple times, evidently, in the last few races.
Kamu kenal Nawit?
For so
No
many teams,
way.
we love seeing
No.
the drivers on the limit as well. You don't want to see them driving to
demi
97%
apa sih?
with all the
Kak
flair
Baba
that
demi
we
apa
have seen
sih?
across this season. Now this is George Russell peering through the spray.
So red flag, a red flag.
Saya di Toy Story kamu sukanya siapa? Enggak, aku gak suka siapa-siapa. Aku gak suka siapa-siapa. Aku gak suka
Into the
siapa-siapa.
pit lane, follow the safety car.
It was that consideration. It was that choice. Do
Aku gak
you
suka
take
siapa-siapa.
the risk of aquaplaning off the road as the
suka
race leader
siapa-siapa.
getting to the new conditions first?
Jika aku
Or do
juga
you
bukan
pick
Infinity
the new
and Mio.
tyres that evacuate more of the
Nggak
water
tahu
but
dia
give up
suka
track
siapa.
position? And that gamble has seen Russell drop to fifth.
It's that gamble tied into the fact that
Lagi ya, nanya.
the ending of the
Aku suka
VSC
siapa?
was so inconvenient for both Lando Norris and George Russell.
Great point.
they lost more time than a normal VSC pit stop. It was maybe half of the
Apa
loss,
sih, Freaky?
compared to a
Apa sih, you?
stop. But yeah, I mean, look, it is so easy from the race car to try to
Kadena
call
udah end
something,
like.
right? I mean, conversely, you had Lando
Enggak,
saying,
bercanda,
hey, we need to
bercanda.
box. We should have
Bercanda
boxed
ya,
by
Kadena,
now. Had they
masih
done that,
Kadena.
they'd be in even worse off position. Seeing Russell saying, hey, well, we should have stayed out. I told you that. The team just knows more.
Tahu,
And
malas,
that's why you have to have that
menyebalkan,
constant communication
menyebalkan.
between the team and the driver.
We're going to have a pause
I'm so
up in the
late, miss.
commentary
It's
box.
okay.
Esteban Ocon is the
It's
race
okay.
leader
Ini masih lap
under
33 tuh. Masih lap 33.
conditions.
Masih.
Verstappen in
Red
second,
flag. Oh my god, the
Gasly
car's so
third,
damaged.
Norris fourth, George Russell
Oh
fifth.
my god.
We're going to take a breather. Will and Ruth, over to you.
Doing a great job, guys.
Don't
What a day.
hate
What a race. Ruth, we are at a part of the race right now where we haven't yet hit half distance, but points will be awarded if the race
Smart
is stopped
Yuki,
now.
apaan?
But
Thank you,
having just
Kak
taken a
Zafran.
look at the rainfall, it looks like it's pretty much all cleared up. The rain has almost entirely stopped.
Yeah, exactly. We couple more laps and then we get to the half distance.
Sudah tidak mau
A few
hujan,
more and we
guys.
hit that 75% mark. After which we have 4 points awarded. Given the situation as
Guys,
it is
kalau
now,
nonton
I
kayak
do
gini
think
tuh
we're
ada
gonna
nggak sih
get
yang
4 points
komentatornya
today
bahasa
with
Indonesia?
everything we've seen.
Just
Which I
wondering.
think we deserve, to be honest. Thankfully, with a Sunday.
Now, we're talking about the jeopardy of a race like this.
What are you
And of course,
watching,
we heard
Mitch?
George Russell just then really disappointed that
F1.
they couldn't when they did.
Kamu
land.
aja
Of course, having
komentator ya.
deflated as well because
Nggak
now
bisa,
everybody
they
gets
talk so
a
fast. I
resource
can't
of
translate that
underneath
quickly.
The red flag, but bringing that safety car out when they did looked. We were talking about this before we came on air. An inspired choice, given that that rain has now stopped.
Malah aneh di
Yeah,
kuping.
you know, it's all about risk
Verstappen
management. And
udah
obviously you
mau
never
nggak
truly
tahu,
know what you would do if you were in it.
Nggak jadi.
But in that situation, right, the track was progressively drying. Even with a little bit more
Hey,
rain,
terbalik.
actually, the cars were cleaning it up. It got to 114%. Obviously, nowhere near slick.
Aku belum
but it was
nonton The
properly into
Hereditary.
conditions. Then we have this new rain cell going. And actually what the majority of those cars did, what those Alpines did so excellently, what Max did, and
Lama.
also, guys,
Coba
they
ini
just
replay, aku
slowed
bisa
down.
cepetin. Tapi ini
Actually,
live.
Before that safety car, we were running at about
Lama.
145%. So at a normal dry race, that's
Tidur
similar
dulu
speed
ya,
to what we've
night.
been going on VSC.
Oke.
It is slow down, keep
Oke,
it on
aku
the
udah
glass
tinggal
up we
tidur
possibly
nih.
can, because time and time again
Oke.
we have seen that the Inter is faster than the X-Well. We
Ini udah
saw
nggak apa-apa
Charles
kok.
Pitt
Sana ya,
against
Like the safety car would have absolutely held
nggak nge-lag, aku
everybody
emang
until
matiin.
it got into a better position. And I'm just hearing we're seeing the issue
Bercanda.
that has given Nico Hulkenberg a black flag. I'm hearing, which is rare in Formula One. I cannot recall the last time we had a disqualification in a race. I was under the impression that it was impossible to give a black flag these days because you had to give a driver the right of reply. Then you'd only get disqualified after a race. So that infringement clearly has irked the stewards today. Some interesting
Guys,
decisions coming
lama
down from the stewards.
banget.
The Ollie Behrman one as
Thank you,
well.
Kak
Quite an
Aziz.
interesting one, given that, as the guy said,
Nungguin
Ollie seemed
apa
to do more
coba
damage
ini?
to his own race than to Franco's.
Nungguin
Yeah,
coba.
I mean,
Nungguin
I
apa
agree,
coba
without the
ini?
exact rule book in front of me and all the camera angles, I would
Gak bisa di...
Distance yet, essentially
Kayak
this
nge-lag
is a
karena
race
aku melihat
reset.
Karena
Everybody can go again.
aku
You
tadi
can
baru
fix
nonton
whatever
Carlos
damage
di
there is on
zoom
your
in,
car.
so aku kayak
You
nggak
choose
kuat.
what tyres you
Jadinya
have, but those tyres
wifi-nya
are
juga
going to
nggak
be
kuat.
limited.
Jadinya
And if the rain continues to
ya
ebb
seperti
and
itu.
flow,
Kayaknya
how much
itu.
choice remains for these teams on what they go out on and what they have to change to potentially later in what remains of this Grand Prix?
So if teams have the choice, typically, 9 times out of 10, they will choose the Inter tire because the
Got worse on a slick to mediate or into slick.
I'm
however
back.
you,
Apakah
want
masih
to term it.
nge-lag?
An
Apakah
incredible
masih
drive from him
nge-lag?
as we hear 10 minutes now to race restart. Great job from Esteban, great job from Alpine. P1, P3 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many good people down in Alpine. Like, they've had a tough triple header. Remember, like, the mechanics, they don't go home.
No,
They've been
like-
away for a month. I saw them looking weary at 4 a.m. this morning, and they looked a little bit happier
Lama
now.
banget
Yes,
ini
and
red flagnya.
Esteban are in the great position. I
Lama.
hope they can bring it home points.
I
Setan,
really
please.
feel for the girls and boys down at Aston
Please,
Martin
please,
and
please,
at Williams.
please.
You say a 4 a.m. start.
Lama
That's not alarm call.
banget.
That's starting work
They're
at the track this morning
preparing.
for all of them. The amount of work they put in setting those cars up for qualifying,
Tidur
to
aja deh.
rebuilding those cars to get them into the race.
Siapa yang ngetik ah?
For Lance to not even
Ngetik
make the
apa?
start, and of course Franco to have that crash right now. I've seen a couple of the Aston folks and a couple of Williams folks. Shoulders just
Hiya,
completely
hiya,
slumped
hiya,
and
hiya,
exhausted
hiya.
at the end of these 3 weeks away from home.
Hiya, hiya,
I mean,
hiya,
in
hiya,
24
hiya.
hours, they'll all be home with their families, drivers and the teams. and they're going to be rallied. And actually, of all the teams in the pit lane to have a bad day, they're kind of in no man's land with the championship. So because they're kind of like solidly in their position in the championship. So I think, you always have to, sleep on it, see how you feel tomorrow. And we've still got a great race.
Kalau turun resolusi jadinya nggak kelihatan kegantengan. Udah cukup jokes seperti itu.
The rain, when we looked out in the pit lane, when we look back over the racetrack itself, it has gone from being a deluge to nothing, completely clear within the space of
Nggak ada kagak sih.
Yeah,
Nggak bisa ngomongin
what we say now
lucu
could
banget
change again,
padahal.
probably another 3 times. Which is the great thing about here is that you have a plan and then you have to adjust.
Udahlah.
Versus reward.
Udahlah, gitulah maksud aku tuh, gitu loh.
A Lando or a Max isn't necessarily the correct call for a midfield team. So
Thank you Kak David. Hear me out like that. Nggak kuat.
If we have a safety car, we have a red flag with 10 laps to go. You make the right decision or the wrong decision. Everything can change. It is not over for anyone until you
You.
And we have a
What? Get help. Thank you David Kane. I miss Grisel juga. Iya kan? Tiga Bagas.
Also, Max Verstappen versus an Esteban Ocon.
Masih ada satu sendiri. Hear me out F1 crash right. Like they're so freaky. Gak mau. I don't wanna elaborate. Okay. Tiga kali 15. You're so ew, freaky. Freaky. You gonna give mami apa sih? Kepo sekali. Yuki keberapa? I don't even know. It's still red flag.
For Sergio Perez, who is in the second Red Bull. Sorry about that. If you're an Esteban Ocon.
I did not say that. I just read a comment, guys.
So it's Ocon, Verstappen, Gasly, Norris, Russell, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Piastri, Alonso, Lawson, Hamilton.
Salting you too. Enggak salting, man.
I was talking about Sergio Perez. The order for the
Itu
restart has been issued. It will be a rolling start and confirmation that Hulkenberg received outside assistance to be pushed off the.
Most likely Max will win. Yeah, kan. I also have a feeling that he will win, so I don't want to watch anymore. Tika Sioms udah mau mulai. Malas aku mah. Kalah kayaknya ini mah udahlah, ini mah Verstappen yang menang, malas. Michi belat tengah, iya kan? Belat tengah.
We're under red flag conditions and we are now into the 10-minute restart procedure. So, Norris and Russell would have been incredibly frustrated.
Kayak ya udah aku menerima aja.
They have a chance now to go again. They have a chance to undo the damage. The rain has passed and we're going to have a very wet track surface, but we do still have a air temperature of 20 degrees. Track temperature is 25, and earlier on, James, we saw that the track dried out very, very quickly.
It did. I mean, these conditions lend itself, even without any real sunlight on the racetrack. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's just very, very warm. It's very muggy out there. And start to form pretty quickly. And that's bad news for the likes of the V-Carbs, Tsunoda and Lawson, for Sergio Perez, and for Zhou Guanyu, who are all on those full wets.
Thank you kalian.
Because they were trying to.
Yaudah, mari kita baca top gift dulu ya guys sebelum iya podium, kita baca podium sebelum kita lihat podium ini.
It's definitely the wrong tire for right now because as we talked about those full wets, they just
Verstappen harus Leclerc. Ya udah nggak apa-apa, as long as Leclerc podium. Oke, mari kita baca. Nomor 10 ada Kak Hasya, thank you Kak Hasya. Nomor 10 ada Kak Jepon, 3 Jepon. Nomor 8 ada Kak Nigel, thank you Nigel. Nomor 7 ada Kak Aziz, thank you Aziz. Nomor 6 ada Kak Rahman, 3 Rahman. Nomor 5 ada Kak Ashraf, 3 Ashraf. Nomor 4 ada Kak Ian with Michi, thank you Kak. Nomor 3 ada Kak David Kane, 3 David Kane. Nomor 2 ada Kak Rahmat Zafran, 3 Rahmat Zafran. Nomor 1 ada Kak Bagas, terima kasih Kak Bagas. Enggak N, kan ini sebelum harinya N. NTK Kayat lol number 11. Kenapa kan gen 11 banget?
But it's only spots. This is the lightest it's been since about 6 o'clock this morning. So everyone getting a break in the weather. And now let's have a quick break and hear from Lance Stroll, who found himself starting all the chaos.
Oh, masih 3 menit. Sudahlah. Lama banget mulainya.
Lance, sorry to see you here at this point. Can you just talk us through what happened on that formation lap?
Malas.
Yeah, really strange.
Malas.
I touched as soon as I touched the
Malas.
brakes, it was kind of
Malas.
a rear lock.
Ngantuk.
And then that was a passenger from there, so
It's beginning to look a lot like
there was a
Christmas.
brake failure problem. We have to look into it.
You and Fernando both looking quick in the wet qualifying session earlier today. So what do you think would have been possible in today's
Yeah,
race?
it's a shame in a race like this, anything's possible. So to be
Enggak, aku lagi minum, aku haus, aku bukan sombong. Udah, aku gak bakal kasih botol minum. Gaslightin aku lagi.
So Lance Stroll spun into the barriers and then beaching himself in the gravel. That then led to confusion. It led to a rogue formation lap when the start procedure was abandoned, but no green lights illuminated on the gantry. It's left
Hear me
Norris,
out, Santa Claus,
Russell,
no.
Sonoda and Lawson
No.
under investigation after the race. And that could yet
Sweetie.
expand. It's a difficult one that the stewards have decided is going to need plenty of deliberation. They'll be going through footage, they'll be going through the rule book, they'll be looking for a precedent.
Ya
There is a
kan?
couple we can
Will you
think
keep
of
podium?
off
I
the
don't
top
think so.
of our
I don't think
heads.
so.
Max Verstappen has minimized the damage at this stage then. A fantastic drive.
Jangan,
to
he's too
go from
old. Santa
17th
Claus is like
on
a
the
grandpa.
grid to second in the order. How about this though for a resumed battle? Ocon was a lap down when he made contact with Max Verstappen.
Tumblernya nyolong ya. Tidak baik loh seperti itu. Suuzon.
These two began their rivalry in European Formula 3 when Ocon took the title. It was
Kuromia
Max
di sini.
Verstappen's first ever season of car racing in 20. Climbed straight to Formula 1.
Kesalahin.
Went to GP3, won that title with a single victory, and then later on climbed into a manor.
Beginning to
Has
look
raced
a
for the
lot
Enstone
like
team with distinction. Has raced for
Merry Christmas was Home Alone, iya
Force
kan?
India in
I
the
love
past.
Home Alone.
Moving to Haas for next year. He is our race leader.
So at the restart time, there's possibly class 1 to 2
Wede.
10 minutes, and then nothing after that.
Mantap.
So there's a little bit of confusion about when we're going to get the rolling
Tahu guys,
restart.
malas aku.
14:02
Udah.
is the message.
Udah.
It had been set back to 14:06, but we are sticking with 14:02.
Thank you,
and that
Kak
is in
Radit.
a minute and 10 seconds time. So we're sorting the order out of everyone out there, and
Udahlah guys, aku tidak mau lihat ini.
2 minutes past the hour.
Trims.
2 minutes
Aku
past
lihat
2.
aja besok pagi siapa yang menang. Malas aku. Udah guys, aku mau end. Terima kasih singgu. Ya pasti kalah itu. Ya udah terserah kamu. Podiumnya ada Kak Davin sama Kak Radit. Terima kasih. Terima kasih ya guys. Teori ditinggal ya kan, kalau ditinggal tuh malah menang. Thank you Ananda. Bye bye cinggu. Dadah, thank you. Cinggu aja. Emangnya apa? Trim, thank you everybody.